One of my viewers asked me to review the new free epic David Seaman, and I'll be honest, I usually avoid making goalkeeper reviews in eFootball, not because goalkeepers aren't important, but because they're probably the most inconsistent position in the entire game. We've all had matches where our goalkeeper makes 10 unbelievable saves, then the very next game he lets in the easiest shot imaginable. Even the best epic goalkeepers aren't immune to that. So when I review a goalkeeper, I try not to hype them up too much because stats don't always tell the full story. But after looking at David Seaman's numbers and comparing him to every other free epic goalkeeper we've received, I think there's actually a very interesting discussion to have. The biggest question is simple. Can he become the best free epic goalkeeper Konami has ever given us? Let's start with Seaman himself. His first impression is excellent. 98 GK awareness, 96 catching, 96 parrying, 92 reflexes, and 93 reach immediately stand out. Then Konami gives him GK Spirit Roar, one of the best goalkeeper skills in iFootball because it helps him perform even better during key moments. Looking at those numbers, Seaman clearly isn't just another average free goalkeeper. His biggest strength is consistency when dealing with shots, 96. Catching means he should hold on to the ball more often instead of spilling it back into dangerous areas, while 96 parrying gives him a better chance of pushing powerful shots away from goal. Those two stats alone already separate him from a lot of previous free goalkeepers. However, there are also a few weaknesses. His 92 reflexes are good, but they're not elite anymore. Many of the top goalkeepers in eFootball now have reflexes in the mid to high 90s. His 93 reach is also solid, but again, it's not outstanding compared to some of the very best keepers in the game. And his 79 jump is probably the one stat that concerns me the most. It's not terrible, but it's definitely lower than I'd like, especially when dealing with crosses and looping headers. Now let's compare him to the other free epic goalkeepers. The biggest rival is obviously 106 Oliver Kahn, and honestly this comparison is much closer than people think. Kahn has the exact same 98 GK awareness, but he beats Seaman in reflexes with 96 compared to 92, and his 97 reach is a huge advantage. He also has 88 jump, which is significantly better than Seaman's 79. On the other hand, Seaman comfortably wins in catching and parrying, both sitting at 96, compared to Kahn's 93 and 93. So it really comes down to what you value more. If you prefer a goalkeeper who reacts quickly and covers more of the goal, Kahn probably still has the edge. But if you hate rebound goals and want a keeper that catches more shots cleanly, Seaman might actually feel more reliable. Then there's the older 105 Oliver Kahn. I don't think this one is much of a debate. Seaman has higher catching, higher parrying, and better overall goalkeeping distribution. The older Kahn still has fantastic jump and solid reach, but overall I'd comfortably take Seaman over him. Next is Christian Abbiati. This is another interesting comparison because Abbiati actually has 99 GK awareness, which is 1 point higher than Seaman. But once you move beyond awareness, Seaman starts pulling away. 96, catching versus 88, 96, parrying versus 93, and 92 reflexes versus 88. Abbiati is also taller at 191 centimeters, which definitely helps with his presence inside the box, but overall I still think Seaman is the stronger goalkeeper. Now let's talk about Iker Casillas. Casillas has always been a fan favorite because of his incredible reactions, but his free epic version doesn't quite match Seaman statistically. Casillas has 97 awareness, 93 reflexes, and 91 reach, while Seaman edges him in almost every important goalkeeping category except jump. Casillas still has excellent movement, but based purely on the stats, I'd rather have Seaman. Finally, we have Vitor Baía. Honestly, I think Seaman is clearly ahead here. Baía has decent reflexes at 94, but his 87 catching, 90 parrying, and 89 reach simply can't compete with Seaman's numbers. So where does that leave us? If I'm being completely honest, I still don't think Seaman is the undisputed best free epic goalkeeper Konami has released. For me, 106 Oliver Kahn still has a slight advantage because 97 reach and 96 reflexes are incredibly valuable in eFootball. Those two stats can make the difference between saving a shot and watching it fly into the top corner. But the gap is much smaller than I expected. If you're someone who values catching and parrying more than reflexes and reach, I can absolutely understand why you'd prefer Seaman. In fact, I wouldn't even argue against it because both goalkeepers excel in different areas. Overall, I think David Seaman is comfortably one of the top 2 free epic goalkeepers Konami has ever released.